is the 10th time the charm. The Federal Reserve just hiked its interest rate above 5% for the first time in 16 years. The target range is now 5 to 5.25%, which is up from near zero just a little more than a year ago. It's the most aggressive rate hike campaign in decades, and this could be where it stops. For one, we're now in the ballpark of the committee's projected rate of 5.1% for this year. Even though inflation is still too high, consumer prices last posted a 5% annual inflation rate. Fed Chair Jerome Powell notes these rate hikes have a lagging effect they're keeping an eye on. But it's the banking crisis that is inadvertently helping the Fed's mission. In the past 2 months, we've seen the second, third, and fourth largest bank failures in U.S. history. In the same way raising interest rates restricts credit, banks are also tightening credit standards in the face of this turmoil, further crunching the money supply.
In principle, we won't have to raise rates quite as high as we would have had this not happened. The extent of that is so hard to predict because we don't know how persistent these effects will be. We don't know how large they'll be and how long they'll take to be transmitted. But that's what we'll be watching carefully to find out.
But that's not the only uncertainty on the Fed's radar. We are less than a month away from the government breaching the debt ceiling, which would mean a catastrophic default if a deal in Washington isn't reached.
It's essential that the debt ceiling be raised in a timely way so that the U.S. government can pay all of its bills when they're due. A failure to do that would be unprecedented. We'd be in uncharted territory, and the consequences to the U.S. economy would be highly uncertain and could be quite averse. So I'll just leave it there. We don't give advice to either side. We just would point out that it's very important that this be done.
We've talked about possible nuclear options that are out there that the White House could try to take to bypass Republicans and the debt ceiling to pay those debts. Most of those require the Federal Reserve's participation. And of note, Powell warned that no one should assume that the Fed can protect the economy in the event the debt ceiling isn't raised. Now, Republican leadership, Reps McCarthy and Senator McConnell, are set to meet President Biden May 9th to talk about the debt ceiling. I'm Simone Del Rosario, and in New York, it's just business.
Thanks for watching. In this time of media mistrust, Straight Arrow News is on a mission to bring you unbiased, fact-based reporting. So to make sure you get journalism you trust, like and subscribe to Straight Arrow News below. It goes a long way in telling YouTube we're the kind of news you want to see more of. And for all of our content, go to our website at straightarrownews.com.